Italy, a place of pride, passion, and culture. From its breathtaking views to its stunning coastal beaches, and to the picturesque images like this you only think is possible on postcards. And of course, the architectural wonders that have stood for thousands of years. You know, there's an old saying, you can take an Italian out of Italy, but no matter where they are, you can never take Italy out of the Italian. It's just impossible. This statement is true, as many bleary-eyed immigrants post-World War II left their homeland in search of something more, in what they believed would be a better quality of life for themselves and the future generations. With no security, bags packed, these immigrants from all over Europe travelled with only ideas of what could possibly be. They looked different, talked different, acted different, but as time would pass, more and more people would flock to this great land. From this, pockets of communities who all shared that one common interest would start to take shape all over Australia. These people loved their new homeland, but they still longed for their culture as they thought there was still something missing. And so, in 1956, a small community of Italians based in the Western Sydney suburb of Bosley Park created a club where people who all had that one common characteristic, like its founders, could meet and simply socialise. Based out of an old shed, it was a place where they believed they could reconnect with their old heritage. So, after 2 years of planning, on Saturday, the 2nd of August 1958, Club Marconi was born. The 106 foundation members named the club after Italian radio pioneer Guglielmo Marconi. Marconi, who is highly regarded in Australia for his pioneering work in sending the first ever direct wireless message from Great Britain to Australia in 1918. The people of Marconi loved their new homeland. It was a place that gave them a home and a future, but they still longed for their culture. They were extremely grateful for their new home, but they were at war with the fact they were so far away from the culture that was forever instilled in them. These Italian-born Australians were suspended in between two places, where they were living physically here, but often through this newly formed social club, had a desire to be there. Despite this fact, the symbol that will forever represent the community is what the club describes as a symbol of return and renewal. The badge, which represents the club still to this present day, features a radio tower, globe, and a boomerang, which is coloured in the traditional colours of Italy, red, white, and green. The boomerang, in particular, was seen as a symbol of the two cultures seamlessly merging. It was a way of noting their new culture, but paying tribute to their roots. As the club evolved and the years rolled on, the Italian community now had a place for their favourite pastimes. The traditional Italian bowls game of bocce played on these courts, and of course, the football, with both these sports making Club Marconi internationally known around the world, especially the Marconi Stallions, who are one of the most successful and decorated clubs in Australia, winning 4 national championships and producing a number of Socceroos, including the likes of Harry Kewell and Mark Schwarzer, plus international superstars like Italian national team and world-renowned striker Christian Vieri. From just a small idea that a group of Italians had in bringing their cultures and beliefs to their new homeland, Club Marconi has come a long way. It has grown from 106 foundation members based out of an old iron shed to housing over 38,000 members in world-class facilities that cater for over 30 sporting associations, an on-site gym, childcare centre, sporting fields, and has the ability to host internationally recognised events. When you enter Club Marconi today, you will not only find Italians enjoying the facilities, but people from all walks of life. However, the original traditions of the club are still maintained to this day, that the founding members have passed on through the generations. Often, you will meet either the great-grandson, grandson, or son of the migrant founders, forever telling the stories of how Club Marconi formed and evolved into not only becoming a place for Italians, but forever holding a place in the heart of the Australian legacy. And just like the original migrant founders called it, that's the story of the Italian Boomerang.
Volare, oh, e cantare, oh, nel blu dipinto di blu, chi dici di stare lassù